Alright, I just took it around for a good little spin there. And I took the governor rod here and lengthened it out a little bit. It was, you'd have it all the way, the throttle all the way forward, and it was barely getting any RPMs. It would, in fact, it wouldn't change the whole way here. So what I did now you have to pull it all the way back for it to idle about where it's supposed to be, and all the way forward is maximum RPMs on it. So but I was looking at this muffler, and I thought that, I don't know, maybe, I know on the other international mufflers, I didn't know if this was international or if this was aftermarket, but I got looking at it and I didn't see any markings around the larger part of the muffler here. And then while I was sitting on the tractor a while ago, I did notice a little H here. And I got to looking around here, and here's the part number. So I'm guessing this is a stock muffler, and this is probably for 63 years old, yeah. For 63 years old, this muffler is not in bad shape. In fact, it looks like brand new. And you know, that's more than likely this muffler was probably replaced, I'm sure, sometime in the 60s or the 70s, and this is a replacement muffler that they offered for it. But it does have H, and it does have the part number stamped on it, so that it's kind of nice. And like you say, of course, you see all the white paint underneath. It definitely, and on the dropped housings, there's white. Now, only from what I've been reading on these tractors, the entire tractor was white. Everything except the muffler, the seat. Of course, I think a lot of this too was dealer options, and it was done for contrast, they said. But your hubs, your wheel weights were red, your front tires and all those were all red except the center cap. Like I said, everything else was white. Your seat pan was red, your lights were red, your muffler was, of course, a silver. And I believe the steering wheel and maybe another few things on here maybe have been red, but for the majority, for the most part, this was a all-white tractor at one time. And the dealers would, after the program was over, the dealers were instructed to repaint these tractors back red. And of course, who would want to drive around on a white Farmall? Just like who, you know, if you, John Deere dealership, if you had a John Deere and they painted them some special color, you know, some blue or something, you know, who would want to ride around with blue John Deere? But same thing with this. They were instructed to repaint these back red so they could be sold. In fact, some of the dealers actually painted red Cubs white to help, or I guess to promote. But this, from what I can see, everywhere I've scratched, under the hood, things like that, it's all white. So, like I said, the tires are fairly decent shape. I mean, they'll be okay for what I'm gonna do for a while. So, and if I get new ones, I'll put the 9.5s back on it, because I think they look better on the little Cub. So, and I do like the ribbed tires on the front here. Now that tractor would be real nice with a set of brand new ribbed front tires. And I had noticed, I think my ball joints here, when I was going down the road, it had some play. I think this side had some play. I see what it is. This up here is loose. I'll have to tighten that down, because I did put it in third gear and take it down the road, and it started to wobble on me, and I thought, well, you know, the steering is straight. The steering was not turning at all, or shimming. It was the front up here, and I noticed it was this tire more than anything. But and another thing, in case a lot of you are wondering, you know, why these tractors are offset, if you see how the cultivators are set up, your crop would go right through here, or whatever you were cultivating at the time. And if you will be in the place of the crop here, and if you notice, if you look straight up toward the seat, the driver had a clear line of sight to the crop, and to either side is your cultivators. So that gives you a this was what they called Cultivision. John Deere, Alice Chalmers, I believe even Massey Harrison, Massey Ferguson, even Kubota have all tried to, in some way, copy. Even Ford. Ford had a offset tractor, but all the different companies have at one time tried to copy or imitate the offset design or something along the lines the International pioneered. And this was, no other company had anything like this when this came out. So, and if you can imagine sitting here in the driver's seat, and you can see straight down through the steering wheel, that's the reason there was no anything in the steering wheel, you could see straight down to where the crop was. So that's, if you've ever heard the term Cultivision, that's what it is. You're cultivating and you have a vision. So, but like I said, and I know in some of the other pictures I showed you, all the casting codes, that is January 23rd of 1950, January 5th of 1950, and if I can find another one. Let's see this. Anyway, I think you get it. But all the casting codes are in a January time frame, so this tractor was made at the first of the year, because if that's 1/5/1950, that was the 5th day of January. So this was a very early 1950, a white Demonstrator Cub, and the cultivators are very tight on this. I'm surprised. I'm not sure if they're a later. If they're a later makeup, off a later tractor, I'm sure they are. Anything with that much age, unless it was babied, would have a extreme amount of wear on the front end. But this tractor to me is very tight. It was well taken care of. So this will be a very easy tractor to restore. The lowboy we had was in fairly good shape. It had a few things that were like the steering was horrible on it, and we had to totally rebuild all that, the gearbox inside. So other than that, I think that's it. And I know there's some more white paint in the seat. I know many of you on a Cub know how the seats can get when they get wear. That's all the play that seat has, and there's no play in the seat. The PTO, so I couldn't have stumbled on a nicer tractor. I've got a few other projects that are ahead of this, but I really would love to go ahead and start on this and take this to shows, but I may just power wash it really good and probably expose some more of the white paint. But I'm probably going to keep this and maybe use it a little while before I go through it. Like I say, here's one of the worst dents on the tank, and that can be an easy fix. At least it's not a creased dent to where the metal has been warped. Say like if you were to hit something with an axe, how it would put a crease into it. These are fairly easy dents to pop back out, so we're lucky on that. And tie rod looks a little, maybe it hit something at one time, and radiator has a leak somewhere. I know it's spilling over out of the drain tube. Of course, the gentleman I had purchased it from, he had filled it all the way to the top, and that could be a lot of it, but it's still wanting to drip, and I'm going to further inspect that. But I have another radiator that I'm going to take a look at, that I have off the lowboy. But the generator looks brand new. Not brand new, but it's been gone through the magnet, and the gentleman that had this also kept detailed service records of this tractor. This tractor come out of Pennsylvania, and he has every date and everything and how much it cost on what he did to this tractor. So that's very, very nice. He's had the starter gone through, the generator, the magneto, which they must have had another problem with it, and I'm wondering if it's the points on the inside. Not the points on the inside, but the I can't think of whatever this is up here. I know you can get newer ones of those, and one day I'll show you how to do a time that. But I'm going to take this coil off. I don't want the coil on it. I want to put it back like the tractor came. These tractors would have come with the magnetos on them. So the lift works exceptionally well. And I went back and dug a little bit with it back around back. I'll do more videos of this tractor doing some work, but I didn't want to take it out and push it too far today until I can inspect everything on this tractor. So I don't want to damage it, you know, cause something to come apart and, you know, and damage it. So this will definitely be a baby tractor. It will not be put to hard work. I know most of you probably go, well, you know, what's the use of having it for? But this is a rare tractor. This is probably one of the rare. There was only 7,000, well, actually 6,990 some of these tractors made. Well, that were painted white. I'm sorry, that were painted white. So they are kind of a rarity. And your Super C's and your, I mean, not your Super C's, but your C's and your A's also had there are white ones out there, and I think there's a few more of them. I'm not sure. I'll look at the production numbers. And the grill is in excellent shape. It's a little small press there, but I mean, you can't ask for a better grill for something this old. And I believe the bottom of the hood is, underneath the hood is still white. The top, however, I've noticed in places like here, it looks to me like it's been taken down to the bare metal. And of course, you can see some of the white along the I don't know, I guess that's where it's been crimped or whatever, but you can see some of the white. But I do not see any white on the top of the hood here. I'm guessing that has been repainted or taken down to bare metal at one time and repainted. But definitely underneath is, I don't know if you can see that with the light, but that is definitely white all underneath, and that is one of the telltale signs of a demonstrator. I think that's enough babbling for now, but I'll let you go, and we'll definitely see more of this Cub later on. But all right, talk to you later. Bye.